So welcome everyone. This is our mobility and flexibility class. So I believe this is week 10. We have week 8, week 9, and week 10. So yeah, moving forward. Next week, on the 16th should be at regular time. And then the 23rd and the 30th, we might have to do some adjustments. And it's very likely that we might just go in the early afternoon if you're able to make it. If not, then no worries. I'll have the recording. But yeah, after today's session, we have three more. And then, yeah, so we pretty much go ahead and transition into the fall. Fall semester begins on August 18th. So if you're enrolled in this course, you will be automatically re-enrolled into the fall Wednesday class. So yeah, we'll continue to have a stretching day, flexibility, kind of like a health day session, and that's going to take place on Wednesdays during the fall. So any questions before we start? No questions. So all right, we'll get started. So good morning, Teresa. All right, so let's go ahead. If we have any requests on any specific muscle groups that we want to focus on, just go ahead and comment on the chat, or just speak up. But yeah, otherwise we will do our facial exercises, chair stretches, standing stretches, and then some floor stretches. Okay, so we might zoom through some of the standing stretches so we could do more floor. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and then just begin with our facial ones. So open your mouth as wide as you can. Turn your head up and then shut your jaw by bringing your chin towards your nose. Just feel a nice stretch going on that side. So again, begin. Let's do two more. Last one. Very good. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and continue. So just soft palpation, so gentle touches from the side of your face, so just your earlobes down your jawline towards your chin. Just gentle touches, promoting some light blood flow going to that area. Good morning, Lisa. You can just continue. Now let's go to the side of our eyes, down to the side of our face. Right here. All right. Then let's go from the middle of our forehead out and around. Gentle touches. I could feel my skin is very dry by doing this. Probably put some lotion on. All right, very good. All right, and then just with the backside of your knuckles, just kind of roll your cheeks. Morning, Doris. All right, let's go ahead and transition to some of our other facial exercises. So we're gonna go ahead and then puff up our cheeks with air, and then just move that air bubble side to side, and then upper lip and lower lip. So your cheek muscles will get a little bit sore. All right, let's go ahead and begin. relax and before they get too tired. All right, let's go ahead and puff up one cheek. Let's go with the right one and then just again rub your knuckles on it. So puff it up. And you can have some tension there, so just keep on pressing, but have that cheek inflated. And switch. Very good. All right, we're gonna inhale through our nose for about 3 or 4 seconds and letting all that air out, pushing out from our diaphragm. Should get really tight and almost, I wouldn't say painful, but get a little uncomfortable. Okay, so inhale, exhale, all of it out. So inhale for about 3 or 4 seconds, exhale for about 8. One more. All right, very good. All right, and then now we'll start transitioning to our neck stretches. So let's go ahead and begin with those. So just left to right. These are supposed to be pretty gentle. Let's go left to right. Up and down. Let's do our neck circles. Switch. Mosquito. All right, very good. We're gonna go ahead and turn to our left and press our right side of our face to the left. Set pressure. Let's go to our right. Turn to your right and push. Very good. Look up. Gentle push from the bottom up. Okay, and then look down and gentle pull down. Okay, very good. All right, let's go ahead and work on a little bit of shoulder work. So let's do our snow angels. Excuse me. Yes, I think yesterday I was sharing about how much food I've been eating, and I thought yesterday was gonna be a pretty relaxed day of eating, nothing crazy, and very good. Let's bring that right arm across. My younger sister that just got married happened to stop by, and we were planning to do Korean barbecue here at home today, but I guess she wanted to rest today, so instead we had Korean barbecue yesterday. So yeah, so it's just been nonstop, kind of trying to get my steps every day. Switch, trying to burn as much as I can. All right, let's go ahead and sit on that left hand, and right hand goes over, drop that elbow. Let's go ahead and switch. Sit on that right hand, left hand comes over, Morninella, hello. All right, very good. Let's go with our Arnold press. So here, rotate and out. And really focus on it. If you're just doing it loosely, you won't get the full stretch. So really try to contract all of it. One more. Very good. Let's do a trunk rotation. So just grab a hold of the backrest of your chair and rotate gently. Reach a little bit more if you can. Take a deeper breath. right, switch sides. Left side now. A little bit more. All right, very good. All right, we're gonna do pretty much like a neutral or a narrow shoulder press. And now instead of having the arms out here, you're gonna tuck them in and just push up. Okay, so it's just working out the shoulder and your shoulder blade in a different manner. Very good. Right. Let's go ahead and then just external rotation of the elbow here. Switch. Okay. So transitioning a little bit towards our back, but we'll go back and forth between our shoulder and back. So right here, just sit towards the front of the chair. Reach up towards the ceiling, diagonally, and all the way down. Up. 6, 7. One more. 8. Okay. Good. And do shoulder circles. So here, and reverse. Very good. All right. So making our way down onto our forearms to just allow your wrist to collapse past your knee. And again, your hand will try to come up and your opposite hand's pushing it down, working on that forearm. Okay. Ready? So we'll do 6 of those and push, push towards and against and relax, push towards and against. Again, push. 3 more, push, push, One more. Very good. Okay, we'll go ahead and switch. So switch here, left hand, push. One, again, two, again, three, again, four, again, five, again, six. All right, great. We're about 22 minutes in, so let's take a quick little water break. Little minute or two water break. Very good. All right, now we're working back to our hands. A little closer. A little closer here. So again, just each finger to the center of our hand. Now each finger with the bent knuckle. All right, let's make a fist. Relax. Fist. Relax. Jeez, my throat is killing me. So make a fist. Relax. Few more of those. All right. This. Now we're gonna web our hands, our fingers away from each other. So just web them out. Working on the little tendons in between each finger. Web them out. One more. All right, let's go with our left hand now. So each finger is straight. We're not bending at the knuckles. Okay, now bend each knuckle as you're bringing each finger individually. So working on those little joints and also just on your nervous system, trying to work one finger at a time, trying to prevent the other fingers to move. That's really tricky to do. All right, let's make a fist. Hold it and relax. Fist, relax. Fist, relax. Fist, relax. One more. Okay. Now let's spread your fingers away from each other. Close them, spread them, close, spread, spread, spread 'em. Right. And then just a little bit of some wrist mobility. So just going in and out here. And then up and down. Very good. Let's go down to our hips, or our legs. So let's go with our hip opener. So right leg comes out. Don't allow it to collapse. It's just out and push away. Switch. And again, torso is nice and upright. Push away. So yeah, I just booked the little trip for my friend's bachelor party. Decided to end up going. Um, it's gonna be the weekend between summer and fall classes, so should be fun. Going down to um, Loreto, Mexico. Never been, so hopefully it's a nice time. Let's go ahead and do our performance stretch. Right ankle on our left knee. Supposed to be a really calm beach town. So, and there's a direct flight from LAX to there, so happy about that. Just here. Push down. Ella, you said you leave to DC next week?
Yes, I'll be gone for a week.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. Anything specific for the trip that you have in mind?
I'm meeting my daughter and her family there.
Okay.
Her husband's there for work, and they have a nice hotel, so everybody's gonna go.
There you go.
And we have family there, so
Okay.
we'll spend a couple days with family and then a couple days doing the Air and Space
Yeah.
Museum
Cool. Yeah.
and
When
Smithsonian.
the last time I went, I wanted to see the Air and Space, and they were remodeling it or construction, so couldn't see go to it. But yeah, it's awesome. Go ahead and switch legs. Oh, yeah, I was given an option to go to a convention. Um, I think it's the like the last day of the summer term for these classes. But the convention is just all of Sunday, and I think I would get, a hotel for Saturday night, but it was an optional trip for me, push down. So it's just before it used to be a Saturday or a Monday, Tuesday trip. So it was a little bit more worthwhile. So like now it's almost like just strictly work, no fun. So I'm just, oh, and it's optional, and we just pretty much get in Saturday night and then leave Sunday right after the last meeting at 5 or 6 p.m. I was just like, yeah, I'll skip it. Like that, I've been to Vegas, but not for like a trip like that. So yeah, it's not gonna be anything fun. So I think I'm gonna pass on it. And it's Vegas. Vegas could be fun or it could get old quickly sometimes. Ramon and Josefina, you guys go all the time, huh, to Vegas? You might be there right now. So let's go ahead and recline. Let's lift our leg and extend.
We just have been there one time.
That's it?
Yes. You
Oh.
are not so old, Julio.
You're young, girl.
Una vez al mes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Once a month.
He wants to, but no.
Yeah. My mom tries to convince me to take her to the casino all the time, and I tell her before I'd be more willing because I would tell her, let's switch. I'll take you and I'll get a room and I'll just work. Or if they have a restaurant, I'll work from the restaurant on my laptop. And I've done that a few times, but I, that lady wants to like gamble for like 6 hours straight. And I'm like, oh, I don't even think I could work on my laptop that long straight some days. So, so if I go, it's usually for her birthday or for like as a Christmas gift for her. You know, I'll give her some cash and I'll take her. I'm like, this is your gift this year. So, all right, let's do our leg press. Yeah, to me, it's just like the drive. She likes going to one out there, and I don't know where it's at. It's called Soboba, which is like 90 minutes away. Um, so it's 90 minutes there, then at least 4 hours of gambling, and then another 90 minutes back. And I'm just like, oh, those are 7 hours of my life I'll never get back. The last time I took her, my wife and I took her in, but we just went to the all-you-can-eat buffet for crab legs. So, and then my mom didn't want to eat with us. She just went and gambled. Let's do some circles here.
That's what I do is I going. And Ramon wants to play.
See, yeah, I go eat.
Me too.
Okay, let's rest. Let's go the other leg, circles. Now let's go counterclockwise. Switch. All right, very good. Okay, and then just working on a little bit of lower leg. So just try to hold your thigh. Almost have a good grip on it because we don't want it to swing like this. We just want the lower leg from the knee to the ankle to kind of just shift left to right. Too much movement going on there, but we are just reminding our LCL and MCL that we think about them here and there. We can't give the shoulders all the love. Okay, let's switch. All right, let's go with our heel raises. So feet are flat, and we're just gonna raise our heels about 15 times. Okay, now feet are flat, and now we bring our toes up. Okay, toes off the ground. You should feel that anterior tibialis right on that front part of your lower leg activating. Very good. Just gonna back up. Elevate the right ankle and then just do your ABCs. So down that switch. All right. Let's go ahead and grab your chair. Just gonna do a couple chair exercises, and again, make sure that it's a safe chair, not one that moves around on wheels. We're just gonna put our foot here, and just you could hold up the backrest and lean towards it, and bring your hips back.
Mm.
Just so you should feel the leg kind of with each motion adjusting to the movement. So when I'm pulling back, I feel it on my hamstring. When I'm leaning forward, I feel it more on my calves. But everyone, just depending on your position, if it's slightly different than mine, you might feel it elsewhere, maybe in your groin, maybe in your hips. Okay. Then I'm gonna switch. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and just, so I'm standing here, my leg just comes up, now it's elevated by the chair, and I'm gonna lean down, forward, and then up. Okay. Repeat. 2, 4, 5, and do 8 of these. 6, you should feel it running down. 7, okay. Actually, keep that there, but now we're gonna rotate the foot so your heel's up. Then you're gonna rotate your torso and lean towards it. Just towards it. We'll do about 5 of these. Switch. Same but on the opposite leg. Right here and 8 forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now turn your foot and force it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead. Grab your foam roller or your broomstick. Give you about a minute or two to look for those items. We'll get started as soon as you find them. Right. And from here, you got that item. Let's start left to right. Okay. Now we're gonna push with that right hand towards that left shoulder. So guide it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 30 degrees forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 60 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 90 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now on that right shoulder, actually towards the back, let's go ahead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now right shoulder. Okay, so left hand guides. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 30 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 90 right in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Towards the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, behind the back. Up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we'll finish off on the floor. So grab your yoga mats. Finish off on the floor with the last few stretches here. All right, so for these, I'll be belly down. Okay, just kind of resting for a second. You could push with your toes away from you. Okay, so the top part of your feet are resting flat on the floor. Yeah. You can reach out in front with your hands. Reach. Bring your arms in, elbows at your side. Scoot over a little bit. So elbows at your side. Just resting here. Okay. Place your hands where your elbows are and push. Okay, from here we're gonna bring our glutes to our heels. In one motion. Rest your head, drop the elbows. Okay. All right. From here, let's go ahead and do our cat cow. So we're here, our wrists are right below our shoulders, knees right below our hips. So arch up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, let's bring our hands to the left side of the mat. Okay, from here, let's arch up. Bring your glutes back. Hold. Okay, reset. Let's bring your hands down to the left side. Over here, arch up. Glutes back. Hold. back, reset. Okay, from here, we're gonna get in this lunge position. Okay, done this one before. So we're gonna look up towards the sun. So my left, this is my right knee, my left leg. My left arm is going up towards the ceiling. My right hand is down here, if you could see it. Well, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down. I'm gonna high five myself and then switch. And the other hand reaches up towards the sky. And then I'm gonna switch. Come back. And that's one. I'm gonna do 6 of these. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Good. Oof. That was pretty demanding. Okay. Now I'm gonna have lunging with my left leg. So switching. So same idea. Okay. So here, coming down, 6 as well. This one's a little tighter. Wasn't as easy to rotate. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. One more. And 6. Very good. All right, we'll close out with our book openers. Remember this one, we are on our side. Okay. These are stacked, but we're gonna bring them in. Stack our hands. In similar motion. So this one we're gonna do 8 on each side. So just follow your hand. Don't move your legs, only your arms, your torso is rotating. And follow it back. So your legs should stay put. They shouldn't be moving. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Switch. Tuck in right here. Once we're ready, so all the way back. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7 and 8. Okay, we'll just do some knee drops, and I think we should be good. Okay, so right here, just your hands at your side. We're at a sit-up position, and just drop your knees to the right and to the left. Okay. We'll do 6 on each side. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. You say 6 or 8? I think I said 8. And last one. 8 and 8. All right. Oof. That should do it for today. Hopefully, 130 calories. Not bad. Always nice to burn calories while we're stretching. But any questions before we head out? Any questions? If we don't have any questions, then I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, expect to burn many more calories. It is our aerobic interval training class. So, everyone have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. So, all right, take care. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy your Wednesday.